for me. God has already done enough. That He's worthy of the glory and worthy of the honor, worthy of my praise, worthy that He is worthy. When you're really grateful, you want to open your mouth and say something. So as you begin to look back over your life this past decade, this past year, I have one question for you this morning. The doors He's opened, the ways He's made, the ways that He's brought you up and over and through. I have one question for you. What do you say? Oh, I am grateful. I'm grateful this morning. I realize the Lord did not have to do anything for me.
Thank you, Father.
Some people did not make it through this past decade, but I'm one of the ones who did, and I believe that God has a purpose and plan for my life and for your life. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Woo! Thank you, Jesus. I done tore up a couple of churches already on New Year's Eve. I done tore up my own house. So I'm going to try to behave this morning. Amen. I'm going to try. Oh, God. But how can I say thanks for all the many things that you have done for me? Things that are so undeserved. Yet you did to prove your love. The voices of a million angels cannot express my gratitude. But for all that I am and all who I ever hope to be, I owe it all to be what? To God be the glory.
reality of the matter is that when you're really anointed, you'll be the type of person that other folks are constantly relying on and pulling on and drawing from. And they don't always necessarily know what you yourself is going through, but because you're anointed and God is calling you to it, you will press through it in order to still get it done. 2019 was one of those years for me. In a crazy way, some days I legit did not know how I was going to eat. I didn't know how my tuition was going to be paid. I drove here with my gas tank on 0. I drove 59 miles now to get here and to get back home. But it's because I see something greater on the horizon. And I press through not because of my own strength, but because it was God bringing me and guiding me and directing me and strengthening me and providing for me. To God be the glory. The great things. The great things only He has done. Giving honor to God. God is good. God is good. God is good. I bless God for His presence on this morning. Thank God for Pastor Becca being back with us. Amen. Or back safely. Amen. We thank God for our praise team. Amen. Come on, put your hands together. Our musicians, our media ministry, our worship leader, our ushers, our deacons, everybody who is somebody in the eyes of Christ, which means everybody. Listen, I'm grateful for you. If you have your Bible, if you don't have your Bible, we won't put that scripture on the screen. I'm going to look at Esther this morning, Esther chapter 4. Some of us, this is a familiar passage, but I'm going to focus on something that I had not really focused in on before. Esther chapter 4, beginning at the 7th verse. It says, Mordecai told him, Hatat, all that had happened to him and the exact sum of money that Haman had promised to pay into the king's treasuries for the destruction of the Jews. Mordecai also gave him a copy of the written decree issued in Susa for their destruction. He might show it to Esther, explain it to her, and charge her to go to the king and make supplication to him and entreat him for her people. Hatat went and told Esther what Mordecai had said. And Esther spoke to Hatat and gave him a message from Mordecai, saying, all the king's servants and the people of the king's providences know that if any man or woman goes to the king inside the inner court without being called, there is but one law. All alike are to be put to death. Only if the king holds out the golden scepter to someone may that person live. And I myself had not been called to come into the king for 30 days. When when they told Mordecai what Esther said, Mordecai told them to reply to Esther, saying this, do not think that in the king's palace you will escape any more than all the other Jews. For if you keep silent at such a time as this, relief and deliverance will rise for the Jews from another quarter. But you and your father's family will perish. Who knows? Perhaps you have come into this place, into this royal dignity, to this kingdom, to this position, to this place in life for such a time as this. Then Esther said in reply to Mordecai, go, gather all the Jews to be found in Susa and hold a fast on my behalf, neither eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my maids will fast also as you do. After that, I will go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. First, again, to reflect on 2020, I immediately saw vision, right? So I just knew the first word God was going to drop on me this year, this new decade would be something about vision. God told me, no, the word I need you to drop on the people on this first Sunday as they enter into the new year, a new decade is this. Do it scared. Do it scared. Because if we don't do it scared, we won't be able to see the vision come to pass in our lives. If we don't do some stuff scared, we won't be able to see God work through us. If we don't do something scared, we won't be able to see God's glory in those things we thought were impossible. If we don't do something scared, we won't be able to see the greatness in ourselves that God sees in us. I wrote on the back of my little Christmas, New Year cards to y'all that my prayer for 2020 is that you'll have 2020 vision to see God in ways you never had before. But I understand that in order for us to see God in ways we never had before, it's going to require us to do some things we never had before. It's going to require us to make some sacrifices we never had before. It's going to require us to walk in a level of maturity we never had before. It's going to require us to be stretched in ways that we never had before. It may even require us to face some challenges and some trials and some tests that we never had before. But honey, if it draws us closer to God, if it clears our vision to see God, who God really is and what God is able to do, it will be well worth it. Now, I don't know what this year has in store for us. Because of the inevitabilities of life, we may have to experience a few bad days along with the good. We may have to experience a little sorrow along with the joy. We may have to experience a few problems along with our praise. We may have to experience some losses along with our gains. We may have to experience some haters along with our supporters. We may have to experience some fear along with our faith. But whatever God is calling you to do this year, I came to tell you, do it anyway. And if you have to, do it scared. We see this in the book of Esther. Queen Esther is one of the most courageous sisters in the Bible. Those of you who may not be familiar with the story of Esther, let me just give you a little background for the breakdown. The book of Esther starts off not with Esther as queen, but it starts off with a bad sister by the name of Vashti as queen. I like Vashti. She, in some ways, reminds me of myself. Queen Vashti is married to a man by the name of King Ahasuerus, and he decides to throw a party that lasted 6 months. And one night during the royal turn-up, if you will, the king orders his wife to come and show off her beauty in her royal crown. She refuses, and a surface reading of the text does not really tell us why she refuses, but theological context suggests to us that he wanted her to come only wearing her crown and nothing else. Queen Vashti refuses, and the king kicks her out of the palace. Queen Vashti does it scared, and she is a resistor. But though the focus of the book is on Queen Esther, I want to suggest to you this morning that this too is what a queen looks like. A woman who knows her worth and value and is unwilling to put herself on clearance just to please anybody else. Let me just hop off my bike and put my kickstand down just for a moment to tell somebody that God chooses us and places us in some positions, not only to say yes to him, but sometimes God will place us in places to say no. Sometimes God is calling us to be the resistors in order to bring forth change. The king is drunk, he gets upset, he gets rid of Queen Vashti, and he calls for all the young, beautiful virgins in order to find a new queen. Esther is an orphan. Her parents had died, she was being taken care of by her cousin Mordecai, but she finds favor with the king, and he picks her for the position of queen in the place of Vashti. And listen, just as much as I saw God in the departure of Vashti, I also see God in the entry of Esther, because what I found out is that with the exception of Jesus, God always has another to carry out his plan and take things to the next level. In the absence of Elijah, there was Elijah. In the Moses, God raised up Joshua. In the absence of Saul, God raised up David. In the place of Vashti, God raised up Esther. And not only does God have a way of sending another, but God also has a way of turning a jacked up situation and using it for his glory. And Vashti never walked out. Esther would not have been able to walk in and save the Jewish people. In chapter 3, we find that there is a man named Haman who is thirsty for power. And he gets mad because Mordecai refuses to bow down and pay homage to him because it was against his faith. And Haman becomes so outraged by Mordecai's denial to bow down to him that he seeks to kill Mordecai. And not only just Mordecai, but he wants to get rid of all the Jewish people. So when we pick up here in chapter 4, we find that Mordecai is outside the gates in sackcloth and ashes, which is a visible sign in those days that he is in a state of mourning and distress. And Esther looks out and she sees him in sackcloth and ashes, and she tries to send him some clothes to put on, but he refuses. So she sends Hatak over to find out what in the world is going on with her cousin. Because although she was Jewish, she had no idea about what the decree was about the Jews being destroyed because she was in a palace. She was detached from her people. But the response of her cousin of why he was in mourning causes her to remember where she comes from. Mordecai sends Hatak back with the news and written proof of the order that all Jews will be destroyed. But that's not all Mordecai sends back to Esther. He also sends a charge for her to intercede on behalf of her people. And Esther is like, let Mordecai know that there are some rules and there's some laws around here. Anyone who just rolls up to the king without permission, without him sending for them, could be killed unless he holds out his golden scepter to them. And she says, listen, I know I'm the queen, but he has not even called me to see him in 30 days. So Mordecai, they tell Mordecai what Esther said, and Mordecai says, listen, well, you give Esther this message. Let her know, and I heard what she said to me, but now I need her to hear this. Mordecai says, Esther, don't think that you've been brought to this place, to this position by happenstance. He says, perhaps you are in that place, that position, that place of royalty, because there is a purpose and there is a reason. He says, don't forget who you are and where you've come from. He says, remember you were an orphan. Remember you are a Jew. Remember you are an outcast, yet you ended up in the king's palace somehow. He says, listen, don't you forget where you have come from. And every now and then, even though we have excelled in life, we need to look back and reflect on how far the Lord has brought us from. Esther had a crazy past. She was an outcast. She was a Jew. Yet she somehow makes her way into this place of royalty. And I came to remind somebody this morning that don't you stay down or hurt or sad this year when people reject you, because sometimes God will allow the rejection to set you aside for a greater acceptance that you did not even see coming your way. And what you don't realize is that what God is getting ready to do in your life is not simply in spite of 2019, but because of 2019 and how you carried yourself through it, that through it all you kept showing up for church, that through it all you kept praying, through it all you kept praising, through it all you kept forgiving, through it all you kept worshiping, through it all you kept walking with the Lord, through it all you kept trusting in Him and holding on to your faith. And I believe, I have a sneaky suspicion that because of what some of us have gone through and endured in the past decade, God is getting ready to show us some things that we have never seen before. Amen. and have them to fast with me. Don't eat or drink for 3 days or night. I and my maids will also fast. See, the problem with folks these days is they want a lot, but they're not willing to give nothing up. But in this season, if you want something you never had before, you might not only just have to do some things you've never done before, but you might have to give up some things you've never given up before. Esther calls a fast, which in essence, acknowledge, fast is like, curse word for some church folk. It's like, you probably rather me call you another F word than to say the word fast. Lord, don't let us call it fast. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up my food. I don't want to give up my meat. No, I'm not doing no water only. I'm not doing no 66. I'm not doing no Daniel fast. I'm not doing no vegan fast. Don't say that. Don't say it. Reverend, you get up every week talking about this consecration you doing. Don't ask us. Don't ask us to do it. Esther calls a fast, which in essence acknowledge her human frailty before God and petitions God for his mercy. Her call for fasting implies a period that she is earnestly seeking God at a crucial point in time. And if you don't make any other connections this year, you better connect to the capacity of God. She realizes that in order to resurrect and save her people, she must first submit herself. She realized it was not enough just to be in the right position for such a time as this, but she realized she had to seek the right person for such a time as this. And she understood and she was grateful for all that Mordecai had been to her. Mordecai had been her trusty guardian and mentor, but she realized that even he was not qualified to get her through this one. Her girls and her friends could not help her through this one, but she had to call on the one who was qualified for the task. She had to call on the one who had the resume that suited the case. She had to put it in the hands of Almighty God. And listen, every now and then, God will give you some assignments. God will give you some tasks. God will give you some dreams that seem bigger than you. And he'll give you some things to carry out that you feel like you're unqualified for, that you don't have the resources for. Some things you feel like you just can't do. But I stopped by to remind you again. I think I've said it before, but God is not like some of our friends who we take out to eat. You remember, the ones who we go out to eat with, and they bamboozle us. They want, we go out, you already know that you on a budget. So I'm planning on getting the water with the lemon, putting my own sugar in there, making my own lemonade. I'm getting that soup and the salad and the free breadsticks. And they get there and they want to order 2 appetizers, an entree to go, a dessert, 5 special drinks, and then they expect you to split the bill with all you ordered, with a soup and a salad and a free water with lemon. I came to remind you that God is not like those things, because God pays for what God orders. If God calls you, God will equip you. If God shows you, God will carry it through. If God gave you the vision, he'll make the provisions to finance it. If God told you to do it, he'll send you the help you need to carry it through. Now God ain't responsible for those of y'all who just get up and win. But for every person that God calls, God will come through for every time. Esther calls a fast. After she fasts and she prays, the Bible says some things only come out by fasting and by praying. She calls a fast. Once she does that, she is now ready and strengthened and empowered to go forward. And she said, listen, the king has not requested to see me in 30 days. Esther realizes, though, that there is purpose in my position. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to see the purpose come to pass. She says, if I perish, I church. Yeah. If I got to take some risk, I'll take a risk. If I got to break some rules, I'll break some rules. If I got to do something unconventional, I'll do something unconventional. If I have to do something that has never been done before, I will do something that has never been done before. If I have to risk the comfort and the stability that I've been used to, then I'm just going to have to risk that thing. And listen, if I got to upset some folks, I'm going to upset some folks because there is a reason why I'm here right now. And although I don't fully understand it, Esther is able to go forward because she says, listen, something deep down on the inside of me is telling me to go ahead. Yeah, I'm feeling fearful right now. I'm feeling a little shaky right now. My legs and my knees are wobbling right now. My hands are in my pockets and you cannot see them shaking. But I feel something deep down in the innermost recesses of my soul that is telling me that the pursuit is worth it. That now is my season to run for it. That now is my season to go for it. That now is my season to strive for it. And I don't know exactly what God is going to do, but I believe that God is using me for such a time as this. Esther's title is on the line. Her name is on the line. Her reputation is on the line. Most importantly, her entire life is on the line. But I believe she was able to pursue the by any means necessary attitude because she understood the weight of her assignment. My God, if we could just have a few more people in the kingdom, in the body of Christ, who realize and took seriously the weight of their assignment, they would be willing to do some stuff scared. I have to think about this thing because I used to say, I was taught it, and then I said that fear and faith can never coexist. Then I had to think on that thing. Because of every great achievement in my life, I did so through the fear. From the 4th grade basketball team to high school graduation, college graduation, grad school graduation, grad school now, playing basketball overseas. I did all those things scared. Walking into ministry, all those things I had to do scared. So I had to rethink that faith and fear cannot coexist. Because technically it can. I remember my mom had a stroke. I was coming off a mission trip. They didn't tell me while I was there. I get off the plane. They tell me my mom had a stroke. So, I'm full of faith. Honey, I'm a prayer warrior. I'm an intercessor. I pray other people through. But honey, when I was hit with that news, something was shaking in me. And even though I grabbed my stuff and I got in my car and I drove to the hospital and I was praying my way through it and I made my way up to the elevator and walked in that room, there was still a little bit of fear in me. Even though I still also had faith. I believe that God could. I believe that God would. I believe that God was able, but there was still a little fear. That's my mom. But my fear did not stop me from invoking my faith. And there are a whole lot of us, a whole lot of you in this place who have been called in this season to be caretakers. Honey, that's a serious task. It is not an easy task. I remember when I had to go take care of my grandmother. It's like this. On one side, I have faith. On the other side, I really don't want to go in there and see my grandmother like that. But I got to go because I need to make sure that they're treating her right. I need to go because I need to make sure that she knows that somebody cares and somebody is loving her and that somebody is praying her through. But really, it is something I don't really want to do. But I know I need to do. And in this season, when you're faced with those between to press through it and do it scared. It's all right that you have the fear, as long as you press through the fear. Amen. You can't allow the fear to stop you or to hinder you or to block you from what God is calling you to do in this next season. Somebody said that, I think it was Mark Twain, said courage is not the absence of fear, but it's being able to rise above it. And I mean, that's what God is calling us to do in this next season of our lives. To regardless of whatever we're facing, regardless of the fear, regardless of the anxiety, regardless of us being scared or being uncertain, we have to rise above that and exude our faith anyway. Amen. This is our season and our time to do some stuff scared. This is our year to start the business scared, enroll into school scared, write the book scared, build the ministry scared, sow and give scared, move on and let the past go scared. Dust off some of those journals and vision boards and old dreams that we tucked away and do some stuff scared. Stop saying you're going to wait till the kids move out. You're going to wait till you get a little bit more education. You're going to wait till you get a little bit more finances. You're going to wait till you get a spouse to do it. No, do it now. Do it scared. And watch God get the glory out of your life. I want you to walk away with this question today. What would you do if you knew failure was not an option? What would you do if you knew that you would definitely be successful in it? Because oftentimes we hinder ourselves. Oftentimes we self-sabotage. I remember this scholar. I was over at Duke University. This bad sister. I had a class with her, and she was just so blown away with me in the class. And she was like, "Listen, I need to get your contact information. I think she had a blog or something that she was doing, and she said, "Listen, I need your input because people need to hear your voice." And I was flattered, and she emailed me, but I didn't respond. That could have been an awesome door that God opened for me to usher me into a new phase of my life. That could have put me in connection with other people who I look up to, but I didn't respond. Not because I didn't see the email, because something in me was saying, I don't know, I don't write like those other scholars. Somebody else probably already has that thought, that idea. Somebody else probably went to a better seminary than me. So somebody else probably had more mentors that are feeding into them and teaching them things. And my mentor done died. I'm in this thing kind of by myself, just me and Jesus. What do I have to say to impact this world? And I missed my blessing, not because it was not in me, but because I self-sabotaged myself. Don't let that be your testimony this year. Do it. And if you have to do it scared. God bless you.
Amen.